Good morning and welcome to the channel on this Wednesday, the 20th of May 2026. Today is a day where I'm going to get away from what is happening in Russia, Iran and the various other areas of conflict around the world. There is a disease at this moment in time which is spreading quite rapidly in Central Africa, and some of you may wonder what it is, how it started and so on. So I've done some research and I'd like to tell you about this. Please forgive any mispronunciations of names, as they're extremely difficult to pronounce a lot of the time. So what is it? Ebola is a severe viral hemorrhagic fever caused by Ebola viruses. This was first identified in 1976, with outbreaks occurring mainly in Central and West Africa. There is an effective vaccine and approved treatments for only one of the many variants of Ebola, and that is the Zaire Ebola virus, but not for the others. So let's have a look what it is. It's a rare but severe illness caused by, as I've said, the Ebola virus genus. It causes high fever, vomiting, diarrhea, organ failure, and sometimes internal-external bleeding. The mortality rate is approximately 50%, but has ranged from 25 to 90% depending upon the outbreak and the virus species. There are 4 species: the Zaire Ebola virus, which is the deadliest and was responsible for an outbreak in 2014-2016 West Africa epidemic. There is a Sudan variation, which is called the Sudan virus, the Bundibugyo virus, and the Thai forest virus. This is not Thai as in Thailand. There are 2 others. One is called Reston and the other is Bombali. They have not caused human disease to date. Is there a cure or a treatment? Well, we've said yes, but only for the Zaire Ebola virus. I'm not going to go into the actual medical names for the treatments because they're quite difficult to pronounce. For the Sudan or Bundibugyo virus, there is no approved vaccines or treatments, although there is some development that is going on there. I thought I'd also have a look at where the Ebola virus originated, and it says that the most likely natural one is fruit bats. Humans become infected through contact with infected bats, non-humans like chimpanzees, gorillas, monkeys, forest antelopes and porcupines. The first known outbreaks occurred in 1976 at the Yambuku in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is near the Ebola River, and that's how it got its name. And then also in Zara in South Sudan. So I thought, what is the danger? Where is it mostly restricted to? And it's mainly restricted to Central Africa, but not entirely. The primary regions are the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Uganda, South Sudan, Gabon, and the Republic of Congo. The West African outbreak in 2014 and 2016, there was over 28,000 cases, and some of those imported cases came to Europe and the United States. Ebola is not globally widespread and does not circulate naturally outside sub-Saharan Africa, but imported cases can occur. It needs direct contact with blood or bodily fluids of an infected person, contaminated sources or materials, and bodies during unsafe burial practices. It does not spread through the air and cannot be transmitted before symptoms begin. So, in summary, what is Ebola? A severe viral hemorrhagic fever caused by Ebola viruses with a 50% fatality rate. Is there a cure? Yes, but only for Zaire Ebola virus. The origin, likely fruit bats. First outbreaks in Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan in 1976. Where is it found? Mainly Central and West Africa. Occasional imported cases appear elsewhere. One of the things that is going on at the moment is that there's been over 130 deaths so far, and it's extremely difficult to trace the contacts of these people because of various conflicts that are going on in the Democratic Republic of Congo, etc. So it can spread quite easily and quite widely within those Central African districts. And this is a cause of worry. Okay, I thought you might be interested in that. At least you've got the facts now, and you can do any research yourself. I'll talk to you again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some further news on the Iran-America situation. Thank you for watching.